I realized today, actually, that it's been a minute since I've shared with you the books I have out from my library, and you know that I'm a big library supporter. And I went to pick up a book that I actually just requested, and it's an author that I read a piece they wrote in a newspaper, and her writing style just really drew me in, and I found out that she had a book. So I looked it up in the library and requested it, and that is Black Widow by Leslie Gray Streeter. It says, Leslie Gray Streeter is not cut out for widowhood. She's not ready for hushed rooms and pitying looks. She's not ready to stand graveside, dabbing her eyes in a classy black hat. If she had her way, she'd wear her favorite curve-hugging leopard print dress to Scott's funeral. She loved her in that dress. But here she is, having lost her soulmate to a sudden heart attack, totally unsure of how to navigate her new widow lifestyle. So I know it's going to be a heavy read. It's going to talk about grief. So I wanted to get it out to see if it's something that I feel I can read right now. We'll see. I did just read some heavy books in July, but we'll see. Then I had a stack out already, and one that I've already started is Deep Water by Jamie Sumner. Jamie Sumner wrote a book called Summer of June, which is a middle grade book about a girl with anxiety, and I really liked it and could really relate to the anxiety that June felt. I was definitely an anxious kid, continue to have anxiety. So I had checked out some more of Jamie's work, and I think the other one I read recently was Just Roll With It, and really liked that one as well. Deep Water is about Tully Birch, needs to get her life straightened out with the help of her best friend Arch. Tully braves the waters of Lake Tahoe to break the record for the youngest person ever to complete the famous Godfather swim. She wants to achieve something no one in the world has done, because if she does, maybe, just maybe, her mom will come back. Her mom is dealing with some mental health issues and disappeared or left. Not really sure what happened to the mom. I've just started it, and she has started on her swim, and it's kind of looking back on what happened in her life. And this one's told in verse. Not all of Jamie Sumner's works are told in verse, but this one is, so it's reading pretty quickly. Okay, I did get this one out because it was on the new releases. I can't remember if I've had this out before. I know I've gotten Nancy Birtwistle's books out before, because she is a hoot, first of all. But she also has a lot of great tips. I think I got the one about green living, and had I think it had tips on basically how to do stuff, DIY at home. And so this one is Sizzle and Drizzle, the green edition, over 100 essential bakes, recipes, and tips. Haven't really looked at this yet, but I just thought I would just look at it and see if there's anything that I'm interested in trying to make. I also have out The Elephant in the Room, Holly Goldberg Sloan. I can't remember who I heard about this one from, but it's been almost a year since Sila's mother traveled halfway around the world to Turkey, hoping to secure the immigration paperwork that would allow her to return to her family in the U.S. The long separation is almost impossible for Scylla to withstand. But things change when she accompanies her father, who's a mechanic, to fix a truck outside of their Oregon town. There, behind an enormous stone wall, Scylla meets a grandfatherly man who only months before won the lottery. So a story of friendship and touching on the immigration issues. This is a newer release that I got out that I was interested in, and I had put on hold, and it came in. This is Immaculate Conception by Ling Ling Huan. She wrote Natural Beauty, which I haven't read, but I've heard about. The question at the top says, what if you could enter the mind of the person you love the most? Interesting. So Enka meets Matilda in art school and is instantly drawn to her. Matilda makes art that feels truly original, and Enka, trying hard to prove herself in this fiercely competitive world, pours everything into their friendship. But when Matilda's fame and success cause her to begin to drift away, Enka becomes desperate to keep her close. Enter Scaffold. Purported to enhance empathy, this cutting-edge technology could allow Enka to inhabit Matilda's mind and access her memories, artistic inspirations, and deep-seated trauma. Goodness. Not sure about that one. But it sounded interesting. It's just some kind of twists on technology, but then you wonder, are they really twists, or could they happen? You never know. I did get this one. It's another Jamie Sumner. I got this one out because Chloe had always booked, just reviewed this. It's Please Pay Attention. I think it's about a school shooting, and not sure if I'm going to read this one, to be honest, but I thought I'd at least get it out and try maybe the first chapter. So this one's written in verse as well. So we'll see. We'll see. And then two books that I've had out before that I decided to get out again because they are Netgalley books for me that, I need to catch up on my Netgalley. And these are already out. The Last Session by Julia Bartz. I did read her first book, The Writer's Retreat, and I liked it. It was interesting. This is Welcome to the Center for Relational Healing, where a weekend getaway will change your life for better or worse. When a catatonic woman shows up at her psychiatric unit, social worker Thea swears that she knows her from somewhere. She's shocked to discover the patient holds a link to a traumatic time in her own past. I don't really want to read more. I sometimes like books about counseling and psychology, psychiatry, but because it's also the field I work in, sometimes I don't. So we'll see how this one goes. I don't know. And then one that I've really wanted to read before it came out, I actually started it on Netgalley on my phone because that's the only way I have to read the Netgalley books right now. The Anti-Ableist Manifesto, which I've talked about here before, by Tiffany Yu. This is Smashing Stereotypes, Forging Change, and Building a Disability Inclusive World. This is by Tiffany Yu, is an Asian American daughter of immigrants living with PTSD and sustaining a permanent arm injury at age of 9. Tiffany Yu is well aware of the intersections of identity that affect us all. She navigated the male-dominant world of corporate finance as an investment banker at Goldman Sachs before founding Diversibility, an award-winning community business run by disabled people, building disability pride, power, and leadership, and creating the viral anti-ableism series on TikTok. So I do want to read this. I think that there will be a lot of great things for just my work and my life as a disabled woman. And also, I follow Tiffany on Instagram, and I've also participated in some of the Diversibility. They have some webinars that happen throughout the year. I can't remember, what was the one I did? I think it was something having to do with chronic illness and work or something like that. And they're usually really reasonably priced. I think the one I attended was like $15. So if you're ever interested in those topics, you can find them online. And I'm hoping to read this soon. I'm in the middle of a nonfiction right now, so I need to finish that one before I start this one, because both of them are about disability, so I don't want to confuse the two when I review them. But I'm hoping to do a full review of this on my channel at some point in the future, hopefully soon though. That's actually all I have out from the library right now. I'm really proud of myself. I'm reining it in with the library books because I really want to read the books on my shelves, the books that I own. But it's always helpful to go to your library and check out books. They are pretty much, the libraries need checkouts. That's kind of how they gauge their interaction with the community and their, success as a library. And right now libraries are being shut down in certain locations. They're having funding crises as well. And of course, there's always the unfortunate book bans. So it is the best time for us to be supporting our library. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know if you go to your local library and what your favorite features of your library are. Today when I went to the library, I had gotten out had requested a book, and then I found out that it was the second in the series. And before I canceled it, because I haven't read the first in the series, it came in. And so I went up to the front desk and to give it back to them, and ended up having a great conversation with the lady that worked there. And she requested the first book in the series for me. And yeah, it was just a great interaction with her today. So I encourage you to go to the library if you haven't been in a while. They're great places. They have great resources, and who doesn't love a librarian? I mean, seriously. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.